All right. So we've got our Meow Meow in pencil. Now I'm going to do another vector layer. See it right here? Now what I'm going to do with the selfie pencil I just did, I'm going to make it a little lighter. Just a little more transparency because it won't stick out as much as I ink it in, which I'm going to do right now. I've been using this turnip pen lately. When I inked Meow Meow the book, I used the G pen. But something about the turnip pen is something about it has a better feel, smoother transitioning between lines. That's just me. I'll keep it at the 7. Opacity's here. Stabilization is at 15, which is good. What does that mean? I don't know. Gotta look at the program. No. Stabilization is how smoothly your pen moves. Sometimes you may move your pen fast, and the line is slowly catching up to it. So this, it shortens the gap between that. All right, so I'm going to close up on my Meow Meow. And I'm in pen mode. I'll stick with the 7 and let's start tracing over. You're probably saying, so why don't you just do it this way from the beginning, Poppy? Well, I'm not quite there yet, and I still know this process seems to work a little better for me. I'll have to make another video where I actually start on paper and pencil first, because that actually works best for me. There's something about paper to pencil. Now, this doesn't look right. Don't worry, we'll fix it. And like here, if you overlap, it's fine because you can always erase it. Zoom in a little bit for her nose. This is something I like to do too. It's fine if you do that because you can always change it. Her eyes came out really good this time. I usually have a little trouble doing the eyes. Circles are really weird. There is a circle tool if you really want to use it, but I kind of just like to freehand it. There we go. Meow Meow gets 2 lashes. That's it. That keeps it simple. I know that's Meow Meow's. And that's always the way I draw with the 2 lashes. Keep your character consistent. Like I say, if you overlap, you can always erase. Sometimes that's good. Like I've heard tips from others where you could just draw, worry about the editing later, and there's there that makes sense. There's logic in that. Keeps you free flowing, keeps the ideas going. Now I'm kind of over there, but I'm just going to kind of continue this way because I don't know if I like that. There we go, Meow Meow. It's like her chin looks a little weird, but like I said, we can always correct course. Just make sure you're saving. If you hear that sound in the background, that's my dog snoring. You might be hearing that. It's a very sensitive microphone, so if you're wondering where that is, my dog loves to be in the room where I draw and sleep on the bed. I'll have to show you another time. Her name is Pepper. I have to show you. Concentrate on this. This is really my first time ever recording anything like this on my screen. Oh, I know what's going on. I need to make it bigger, bolder. And even if you make your lines small and you want to make them bigger, you can do something about that later too. I think I want to give it a little neckline. I've been doing this lately. In my earlier drawings, her cape just kind of went right up to her face and there was like no neck. But I've been liking to draw a little neck for her lately. Yeah, let's make this down here. And I'm going to make that little orange sleeve line she always has. It's very Meow Meow. And sometimes drawing a bold line is good. It's good practice too. Because sometimes lines are a little cleaner when they're straight through without a break. Where's her cape? Looks like it's running through there, yes. And a line for her front. I can always fix it. I mean, I know I could fix it, but you know, for me, sometimes I really want to get it right the first time because I don't want to spend a lot of time editing. This one's being a pain. Let me just do it this way. You really are being tricksome. I can always fix it. Okay. And move this way. We'll draw her little hair wave. It's going into the phone, man. I can fix it. Let's do that. Do her hand. Start with the fingers, the elbow, the neck, and the chin. What? Shakespeare, baby. Henry V. Or Henry V. Thing is, you definitely want to make the lines connect. If you're going to color, the way I've been doing, you definitely want to make lines connect, because if you don't, it's going to pop out and go into the area you don't want it to. It's going to bleed out. And you don't want that. Tell me something, do you bleed? Quote from Man of Steel. Superman himself. All right. Yeah, even tracing. It is a very weird thing drawing on a tablet, and it just doesn't quite get it sometimes. But I try. I think I'll go closer on the... yeah. Some things I like to make one swoop, because if you have to move something, you're moving the whole square. If you break the square up, you're moving only a section of it, and that's just annoying. Probably people looking like, that's a Samsung, because if it was an iPhone, it'd be like 3 of those. Well, Meow Meow's on a budget. Meow Meow's just getting her magic cell phone. Oops. See, drawing the perspective part, it's a little tricky. It's kind of what I imagine. I mean, that's a very funny area, trying to do the perspective, like where the arm is coming at you. You know when you see it, but it's actually drawing it is really, really weird. All right, what are you going to do next? All right, well, first I'm going to make that layer disappear. Ah, look at that. So now you can see what she looks like in ink. Meow Meow. Thanks, Meow Meow. Now it's time to erase some stuff. So I'm going to select my vector eraser. The good thing is if you select this one here and you go over a line, let's just say like you want to get rid of this section here. You just swipe it once and it gets rid of all that. You got to be careful. It gets rid of the whole line. You know, if you select this one, you're only getting rid of a small portion, see? It's good for little areas you want to do a little more fine tuning, but for me, I'm concentrating on getting rid of big sections all at once. Wherever I can. Like that nose, see? Ah. Oops. Don't do it. And a little there. If you look closely, I have some line here. We don't need that. Shrink it down because we don't want to. Well, be careful. Sometimes, see, now, if you don't make things connect and you erase that, you're going to erase all of that. So if I go to this one, then I could just erase that little area if I want to. All right. Anyhow, so you get the general idea of erasing here. Well, just be careful. Beauty of it is it, like, you make a mistake here, you can always undo it. Oh, you guys aren't connected? Don't worry, there's ways to do that too. So awesome. Just like run over it and you just get rid of the whole line. Quite wonderful. Don't be fresh. There we go. That line. Let's see. What I got to do here. Oh, you know what? Let me go here. Oh, it just seems like an excessive amount of sleeve. Let's see, I can always, whoops. Hey, don't do it. Basically, there's that. Now, I won't draw her whiskers until after I color. The reason because I do a fill-in. And it's annoying to have to go through the whiskers. If you just set your color and let it go in there and then add the whiskers later, it's so much easier. And there's that phase. Make sure you save. Control S. You know you haven't saved when you see this round circle. Once you hit save, you get an X. That means it's been saved to the latest version. All right. That's it for phase 2.